3, 2, 1, go!
Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Nerd Legion. I'm Josh.
I'm Jose.
I'm Nathan.
And y'all know how it is. And we got some massive stuff that dropped last night.
Juicy.
Oh my god.
Straight out of the tree. Juicy, bruh.
Finally! Finally! The Spider-Man No Way Home trailer was dropped last night, and I believe it was around 9 o'clock ish or something like that. But last night the trailer dropped and it was worth the wait. I am telling you, so much to talk about that trailer. Lots of stuff is in it. Lots of speculations, lots of stuff to talk about the story. We're going to mainly focus on that for today. I was about to say tonight, but it's technically 3:15 as a recording time. But yeah, that is such a bittersweet moment. Like a little bit of background on this trailer. Like, apparently that trailer was leaked the day before it got released.
It was.
At first, I was like, okay, this seems like a little bit of a scam. But then I saw like more stuff popping in. And then the trailer just kind of looks like that it was unfinished. So part of me was like, is this a marketing trick, or did it actually got leaked? And Sony turned that down real quick, so it actually did get leaked. That is not on Marvel. That is on the VFX editor. He probably got let go after that trailer dropped. So I felt bad for the guy.
Dead soldier.
What if it was the VFX? What if it was the trailer editor that leaked it himself, right? Like, I don't know. It's hard to say, but the fact that the trailer apparently it first got leaked on TikTok and then went on YouTube like shortly after, and it went down due to copyright claims from the copyright holder being Sony. So, it was like to me when I noticed that it was getting taken down due to copyright, I'm like, okay, it's got to be real then.
Gotta be real.
Yeah. And when they released the trailer, it was exactly like the leaked one.
The only difference was the finalized VFX.
Yeah. So you could tell the trailer was nearly finished, but like all that time waiting is that you could tell they were really trying to make sure that the trailer doesn't get spoiled, because there was probably a lot of stuff in there.
See, that's the thing. Like, this trailer was so much. Like, there was so much anticipation. It's so much anticipation, and then the leak trailer comes out. Who watched the leak trailer as soon as it the leak version as soon as it came out?
Me.
You guys did?
I watched it a little bit after like I noticed that it came. At first I wasn't going to, but then I did check it out. I only had seen a little bit of it. And then when I watched the official trailer, a lot of those things were matching up. I'm like, okay, yeah, the trailer leak was in fact correct. It was real.
Yeah.
Obviously, the official trailer was a lot easier to tell what was going on. So,
well,
but yeah,
the leak trailer had camera on camera on camera. I don't know if you noticed. I was like, what the hell is this?
The video was garbled. The audio was garbled. Sounded like it was coming out of a tin can. Yeah, thoughts on the trailer itself. I thought it was very well put together. Pretty easy to follow. Obviously, it looks like I'd seen a couple memes about this. Some people were saying this, that we all thought that Doctor Strange was going to give everybody shit for messing with the multiverse, and now here he is doing the exact same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just say this. This trailer is one of the best trailers I've ever seen in my life. I kept rewatching it still to this day. Like, I watched it nonstop last night. I watched it nonstop today. it is really, really good. The score, the cinematic shots, the comedic timing in there, and I love the way they tie in the ending of Far From Home to make it the plot of No Way Home, at least for the start.
Which makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
which
really
makes
does make
sense.
sense that Peter is dealing with the fact that his identity has been outed, and now he's having to deal with that, and it's obviously a lot. So now he gets the idea to go to Doctor Strange and have him make it so everybody forgets that he's Peter, and then obviously him talking tampers with the spell. To what degree that he was saying, I don't know, because obviously he must have been saying a lot. Obviously, in the final movie, he must have said like a lot that would have caused the spell to, go crazy like that, and Doctor Strange lose control of it.
I don't think
Um,
that's the case. Here's my theory. I think this happened the second Sylvie opened the multiverse.
You know what? I had that same thought.
Yeah, and a lot of people are thinking that way too. And it makes perfect sense.
So, yeah. And see, for Doctor Strange to act the way he did, to me, it was sounded like it was a little bit out of character because, yeah, he was always protecting things. So, yeah, and you're right. I think it is because of Sylvie. Is maybe Sylvie's trying to fix things. I don't know. Things are just out of whack.
well, we saw in Loki what Sylvie's intentions were. She didn't trust Kang. She wanted to kill him. And then she did.
Yeah.
Right. But Josh might be onto something here. Like, you think that the moment Sylvie killed Kang is lines up in time with Doctor Strange performing the spell?
Um, I
Do you think
think.
that's possible?
Wait, hold on. What if?
Oh.
Okay. So this is no pun intended with the Marvel show, but what if that Sylvie opening up the multiverse was actually affected the MCU timeline in which Peter started talking? What if Peter never talked and then the spell actually worked? Then technically we would get a separate movie of itself where Peter Parker lives his life as Spider-Man and then lives his two separate lives and then just continue on with the day, right? But when Sylvie opened the multiverse, it got Peter to start talking more and then affect the spell. Then with Sylvie opening up the multiverse on that, and then you have Scarlet Witch opening up the multiverse even more to have her find her kids. Already you have 3 different ripple effects going in. So the multiverse is opening from 3 different people, technically.
I think this whole multiverse thing, because of it's anything is up for grabs, like we said in one of the previous podcasts, right? So
Yeah.
so the thing is that goes, if we think about it in the way they're thinking about it, it's totally possible that literally anything can happen. That can even happen that Doctor Strange can make mistakes. It can happen that, like you just said, Peter is talking more because of it's open. It's
Of course, Doctor Strange can make mistakes. He decided to
yeah.
text and drive.
Exactly. Exactamundo. So, idiot. That's why your hands were crushed, idiot. No, okay.
Idiot. That's what you get. Don't text and drive.
Don't text and drive, dumbass. No, okay. It's really like Sorcerer Supreme, like more like Sorcerer's dumb. I don't know where to go with that. I don't know.
Dumbass Supreme.
The dumbass Supreme. Yeah, let's go with that.
Oh, the dumbass Supreme.
All right, cringe in the chat.
Oh,
Anyways, so
Cringe.
it was very anything's up for grabs, and even Wanda. See, okay, so no one had free will. This is where I'm going with this. No one had free will, right? Because the Kang, the Conqueror, was the one writing everybody's stories. So Kang was the one directing everything, right? So one could argue that Kang wrote the stories from the beginning of all this MCU to the moment that Loki and Sylvie sat in front of them. Like that's like crazy to think about how he may have wrote that entire story in order for Loki. It's just a roundabout way for Loki to sit down with him, you know. So, but now that there's free will in the air and anything is possible, you're gonna see everybody go crazy and trying to grab into the multiverse and grab whatever, you know, and the power, like it's gonna be crazy. I don't know.
Oh man, I just thought of I could see this happening in the movie either that like at a low point maybe either in the movie Tommy Maguire could say this or they could use the audio of Uncle Ben in the original and say with great power comes great responsibility. Like depending on the context that it's set in, but like you know what I mean? Like they could bring back that line and use it.
Oh my god. What if Uncle Ben comes back but in like like from a multiverse that he's not dead or he survived? Like that would
Or
that's what you're saying, right?
Just maybe, but really it's either they have Tommy Maguire say the line or they use archival audio and footage of the actor from that movie and they use that line. Cuz they could. They really could.
True. That is true. I mean, when you look about with this trailer, you see a lot of I don't know if y'all realize this, but this trailer kind of give you a layout of what the story's gonna look like. From like the 3 minutes it showed, it kind of gave us an idea of what the story's gonna be, but it didn't really tell us who was gonna be in it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like we know the beginning and the middle, but we don't know the climax. Which I think that's a good way to do it. Because we do not want to know the climax.
Yeah. No, we don't.
Yeah. But
like, what will be the point in watching the whole movie in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. There's so many Easter eggs in that trailer, and I like to point out a few of them. One, the lightning strike. That was clearly from Electro, and you can tell Marvel changed the visual effects to get rid of the blue and make it yellow.
Yep.
We also could see like there's also another point where like during the lightning strike, we see like Sandman getting striked, so we could see Sandman coming back. Then you hear the Green Goblin laugh. That is 100% William Dafoe. And
that is Willem Dafoe, absolutely.
And the Green Goblin Bob, that's nostalgia.
Oh yeah. As soon as I saw the pumpkin bomb, I'm like, oh shit.
Let's go. And then you see Alfred Molina as Doc Ock saying
Otto Octavius.
Saying
hello, Peter.
Yeah. Yeah, saying hello, Peter.
Which again, like if Alfred Molina didn't let slip that he was in the movie and then we like saw him revealed in the trailer, that obviously the reveal would hit a lot more strongly. At least in my opinion.
I mean, Alfred Molina showing up at the end of the trailer is just the same as the reaction of Spider-Man showing up at Civil War.
Yeah, which was cool.
Yeah, I would say so. Because just imagine if the Marvel Sony deal for Spider-Man didn't happen.
We wouldn't have been getting this.
Yeah, then we wouldn't be getting this. And also, imagine if this wasn't publicly stated and Spider-Man didn't show up in the movie. We would still get the exact same reaction. It's just the fact that Marvel is so crazy for leaks or Marvel news that it's literally like candy to them. That you give them a little bit of candy and then they'll just gobble it like all up. The next thing you know, they will feel a little sick afterwards. I don't mind this because Alfred Molina showing up at the end of the trailer makes me feel like this is dope. I'm still excited whether I knew about this or not, but I'll be perfectly okay with that.
Yeah. I'm just saying that if we didn't know that he was in it, we literally had no idea. We're watching the trailer with literally having no idea that Alfred Molina is going to appear at the end, and then all of a sudden you see him, being like, whoa! Right?
Right.
But yeah, a really great trailer. I'm still really skeptical. I want Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to show up, but it's still really up in the air. Hypothetically, how do you think they would end up meeting Tom Holland?
The same way that they do with that Spider-Man meme back in the 60s, where like all three of them point against each other. I guarantee you that's gonna show up in the movie. Like the second they do that, everyone's gonna pull up their phones and take a screenshot. I guarantee you.
And we're all gonna be sitting there laughing our asses off because
1,000,000,000,000%.
like they did it. They did the scene.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where like you remember okay, so with Grand Theft Auto where like you see Lamar roasting Franklin. Um
Oh,
the
jeez, yeah.
actors recreated that scene and they
In real life,
basically
yeah.
they basically declared that meme now worthy and now dead. I guarantee you once they do this, that meme will be considered in that same rank.
Yeah. What's
Because when
up?
you
Can a load come in from your crib?
fuck you, bro. I'll see you at work. Eh, anyways, yeah. So that's where I think they're gonna meet up in that way. Either Doctor Strange is gonna show them in the Sanctum, or they're gonna start off randomly, showing up in different timelines, or more so in different universes, just to recruit them. And then potentially, when they see the final scene of all three of them showing up, they're gonna point towards each other, be like, "No, I'm Spider-Man. No, I'm Spider-Man." Like that is gonna happen. I can already visualize it.
Yeah. I loved it when Green Goblin was heard. I loved it when Doc Ock showed up. Um I hear rumors that Doc Ock's story picks up right from the moment that he died in Spider-Man 2. What are your thoughts about that?
It's possible. I think that would happen.
'Cause some people think Doctor Strange's like meddling could have caused a portal to open up underneath the river. So when Doc Ock went underneath the water, he went through that portal, and that's why he's like in the MCU now. That's certainly possible. I don't know because when he in Spider-Man 2, if you remember, he didn't die a villain. He died a hero. He realized where he went wrong, and he decided, okay, I need to destroy the experiment. Right. So he died doing the right thing. So it's either this is the same Doc Ock just become evil again, or this is Doc Ock from an earlier point in Spider-Man 2 after he had already like gone evil, but he hadn't turned good yet. Right?
right. And I
Because he
think they're
wasn't he what if you remember too, like he wasn't evil from the beginning. He was a good man. He went insane basically.
yeah. And I think in this case, I think the way that they're gonna do it is that two of the following things are either gonna use Doctor Strange's portal to have each of the villains who, right before their death, come into the MCU and then just wreak havoc. Kind of like how Doctor Octavius falls into the portal in Spider-Man 2. Kind of like the last final moments of Green Goblin almost getting killed by the glider, but the portal kind of like makes him fall backwards in the wall. You also got what else? Um, you also got Lizard right before his death. He falls through the portal as well. Electro before he gets electrocuted goes into the portal. Sandman before he like goes away falls right through the portal up the top of Spider-Man 3. There's a bunch of different ways of how they could bring all the villains in. I think they're gonna bring them in right before their deaths, which is
So
gonna
let me
be
ask
very
you that
intriguing. Yes.
let me ask you this. If that's the case, if that's what they end up doing, do you think they'll reshoot though they will have reshot those original scenes with the same actors just like redone basically? Or do you think they'll use archival footage and like play around with it?
I think they're gonna use. I think it's a mix of both. I think they're gonna use archive footage, but they're also gonna use reshot new ones and try to
Yeah.
replicate them falling, and then just go from there, right?
Yeah.
Because it's
Because
possible. Sorry.
we're talking movies that came out like almost 20 years ago for some of them, right? Like Spider-Man
Yeah.
2 was 2004. Um
Yeah, and the original
when was
Spider-Man
the
was
first one? I think the first 2001, I think.
2002.
Well, you gotta imagine there's
2002,
I
right,
think
right.
there might be like more than enough footage to cover to cover his face to make him look younger, right? So or make them look younger. And I think it would be, and we have the technology to do it. I think it would be really cool. There's one company that does it, I think, but I forget what they're called.
They can de-age Willem Dafoe and Tobey Maguire a little bit, right? They don't look like too terribly different from when they looked like then, so just a little bit of de-aging should be okay.
As long as it's not
Just like
distracting, I
they
think that
did,
would be my number one
yeah.
thing.
Well, like they de-aged Nick Fury for Captain Marvel, and they de-aged Tony Stark for Civil War, right? And that wasn't too bad. Those instances weren't too bad.
No, like you can tell with the de-aging process, of what they're gonna do with the old actors. You could tell it is gonna look decent. And with films
Yeah.
nowadays, with de-aging an actor, it looks good. Like it's not one of those de-aging films back in the 2000s.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the early 2000s where it just looks choppy and weird. This one actually, like these ones actually look smooth. So
Yeah. They look better than the de-aged Mark Hamill in The Mandalorian, though.
De-age Mark
I
Hamill.
saw. Okay, I haven't seen The Mandalorian yet, but I've seen images online and they look legit.
They look a little bit off, though.
For you?
Oh yeah, like if you look at a picture of what Mark Hamill looks like young, and then you look at him de-aged in The Mandalorian, and yeah, it's very off.
They tried.
Like I said, as long as it's not distracting, you know.
I don't think it's distracting based off the look that I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be fine.
See, do you guys know the movie Irishman?
Yes, that's what I was talking about with a de-age Robert De Niro.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like doing that, yeah, they did an amazing job, but it's just only because like the actors, yeah, they had multiple projects. See, there's you mentioned Sandman, right, in the trailer.
Yes.
So the thing is, so there's only one instance that he could be in it. And he could be fighting Electro.
I don't think he's fighting Electro. I think
Because you just see this like puff of smoke or dust. It looks like more like sand, and like it just goes up into the air.
Sandman comes back as a reformed hero this time.
You think so?
Because in Spider-Man 3, he's kind of reformed. Like he hadn't like both him and Peter have a mutual understanding. So I think he might be the traitor in this film. I don't know.
I don't know. And then I don't know. I think the Lizard is back as well.
The Lizard's back too. Yeah. So all of the main Spider-Man villains, minus Venom, are all coming back.
You think minus Venom is not going to be there?
I don't think Venom's going to be in it. He might show up in an end credit scene, but I don't think he's going to be in it.
I would be sick to see him in an end credit scene. See, this is the thing. With this movie coming, we have next month Shang-Chi, September 3rd. We then have Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Then we have the Eternals. Then we have Spider-Man. So really, honestly, we have month-to-month, back-to-back movies of Marvel movies. So I know I told you guys that I would want to watch.
When we get the Hawkeye series in November as well?
Yeah, I think so.
We do, yep.
So we get phrasing, but we get a mouthful of Marvel.
Mouthful of Marvin. What the fuck?
So like,
did not want to put that idea. Did not want to.
No, you're right.
Think about that, like Marvin the Martian.
Marvin. What the fuck?
No. But like month to month, I've been considering waiting to go to the theaters until I see Spider-Man. But recently, I heard from another channel that if you were to watch Shang-Chi, there's 2 end credits that's like jaw-dropping. So,
Oh,
and considering what's going to happen in the MCU, and then you have the Venom, which I would like to see how that would look like for future Marvel movies if they show it. Hopefully they show it, and then they have Eternals, which can explain another layer as well. So I don't know. It's I think at this I'm considering actually going to the theaters for Shang-Chi instead, and then just going to the theaters afterwards.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna keep it to Spider-Man for now, like at least for me. What about you?
Right.
What about you, Josh?
I'm definitely gonna see all the Marvel films, but here's the thing. I wouldn't hesitate to go straight to the theaters when Spider-Man No Way Home is coming out. I don't care if the pandemic gets worse. I don't care if the numbers are systemically getting higher. I will go straight to the theaters whether people want it or not. They're gonna have to pull me away unless they literally pull it from releases.
In other news, a man is at gunpoint. He has no gun, but at gunpoint with the police, saying he wants to get into the theaters. Drop on your knees. I need to see
Spider-Man No Way to see Spider-Man No Way Home.
No Way Home.
And the police say no way.
Damn. There's no way I'm not going to see No Way Home. No way. Oh God. I know it would be funny. It would be funny. I don't know, man. It's where do you think? Look, I think at this point, I think we said it a million times. I think it's so hard to dictate exactly where things are going to go. All I can think of right now is that Disney Marvel has an opportunity to do whatever the fuck they want, or whatever the hell they want, right? From the moment the multiverse opened up till now, like till later. Do you think the multiverse will close?
Not in the next little bit. I think the multiverse is going to be existing, but I don't think it's ever going to close.
Do you think they'll find a way, I guess for creative sense for the company, that they'll find a way to leave it open so that way they'll always have a way to change things in case something happens?
It's certainly possible.
Certainly, yeah.
Because I thought about what if they close the multiverse, right? Because right now I feel like everything's up for grabs, and I feel like it is a bit of a mess, and I can only imagine how it would be for later on. So like,
yeah, well, a
like?
mess in a good way, right? Like it's not like it's just gonna be like, oh, the multiverse is here, but they're completely mishandling it.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like they made 2 TV shows tying into the MCU already about the multiverse.
That's true.
So, and then they already have kind of almost 2 films mentioning the multiverse. So the way of they tied in Endgame with the future films, that was like beautifully done. I did not think that Marvel was going to top that with the story, but they did.
Man, that's true.
Yeah, but Marvel's really stepping up their game with their trailers. I'm telling you, I am impressed. Like, especially with the Eternals trailer. The Eternals trailer was not the best, but the second one, oh my god, way better. Way better. That almost made me want to go see the Eternals film like entirely. I thought the first one was just gonna be like, I don't really care for these guys. But then after when I saw the Celestials, okay, now you got my attention.
Mm-hmm.
So
didn't they make some reference?
Sorry, go.
Sorry. Didn't they make some reference to Hulk's snap in Endgame?
I
thought I heard something about that.
Oh, in the trailer?
Either the trailer or something. There was something that Celestials or the Eternal said something about the energy that the Hulk put out.
Yes.
When he did the snap.
Yes. So they said in the trailer that they referenced Thanos to like got rid of half the universe, right? So, and then the people of this earth got everybody back with a snap of their fingers, and then they said it was the necessary energy for the awakening to emerge, and I was very confused. I don't know what the awakening is. However, so I did some research, and apparently because there's what was it? There's the Eternals, there's the humans, and then there's the what was the other one? The ones that they have to the deviants. They have to fight the deviants because that's their main enemies. So the deviants were trapped under the earth for all of human history except the beginning when they first emerged. So they sealed them away in the beginning, and they have been waiting just to see if they would emerge again. So they did, apparently, because of the second snap from Hulk. It brought back the necessary energy to bring the deviants out. So they're saying that that's what is the enemy, and that's what's going to emerge back out. So
Yeah.
Right.
What if?
No pun intended.
No, I was trying to do a sort of a what's the word? A segue. Yes, a segue to Hey guys, thoughts on episode 2 of Marvel's What If?
yeah, I saw it.
Chadwick Boseman.
It was a great performance yet again from the actor Chadwick Boseman, and honestly, what did you think about this version of Star-Lord, basically, but with T'Challa?
I'm surprised he was able to talk Thanos out of mass genocide.
Yeah, that was funny. That was very
As soon as
funny.
he came up, I'm like, what?
I was like, it's like he showed me a
what
better
did you
way.
think? Josh, what did you think of Thanos showing up like that?
I thought it was a pretty nice touch in my eyes.
It's like, of all people, it's like in the original timeline, could they have had T'Challa just talk to Thanos and talk him out of it? Because if it worked in the multiverse, would it have worked here?
Well, they
I
never
don't
had a
know.
moment to interact. Like I thought about that too, and if you think back, the only interaction that Thanos and T'Challa ever had was the T'Challa jumping and then Thanos punching him into the ground in Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
So that's the only like time.
Hey, Thanos! I just want to talk to you. Boom.
Boom. Would you like to hear about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Boom.
Oh,
Would you like to switch to Geico Insurance?
Hey, have you heard about free real estate? Boom.
Oh, jeez. He showed me a better way. No.
And they had to slide in that he was I'm not crazy, I'm mad. I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
really?
Like they basically turned him into the Hulk, essentially. In a way, essentially
You know
like
what?
the Hulk.
Wow, you're right. They did. They
They
did.
basically made him like the Hulk.
Oh my gosh. You're right. It's because it's like it was like, that's the thing, Cap. I'm always angry.
Yeah.
Wow, you're right. I didn't catch on
But
that.
like Josh Brolin reprised his role. That was certainly interesting.
See, and I wish
I don't know if
that
you guys heard about this. The actor who played Taserface actually revealed that he recorded his lines for the show like prior to 2019.
What?
Yeah.
I know
Ooh.
animation takes time, but holy.
Yeah, but yeah, the actor recorded lines for like that eventually ended up in What If like between 2018 and 2019.
Wow.
He said that it was really secretive, but that it was also like kind of like jumbled all over the place, but yeah. So like he basically recorded those lines like 3 years ago. Essentially 3 years ago.
The dedication.
Right? Just
That's really that shows how much they really, I think, put in the effort.
Like planned it out, right? Like
Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
so
definitely.
I don't know. I think obviously Josh Brolin recorded his lines for Thanos probably between during the making of Infinity War and Endgame, right? If they already
I
had
would
him there
say
on
so.
set, I would think so too. They might as well, right? If he's already there on set, they could just be like, "Hey, can you just read these lines?" Right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
he would have been none the wiser, right? Because if they didn't tell him, it's like, okay, I'm just reading lines for another scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Or
sure.
it's certainly possible. Um, but yeah, I also heard that there was some stuff that Chadwick recorded for T'Challa in What If that might be reused for Black Panther 2.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's
That's what Kevin
possible.
that's what Kevin Feige said. There were things that without giving like too much away, but there were things that they were pulling, I think, for
I mean,
use there.
I think he's only going to show up in like 4 episodes, but I don't think that they are going to use that much audio recording in the What If series. But I think they're going to use the remainder for his send off in Black Panther 2.
Hmm. What do
See,
you guys think of Ego showing up? Ego? Is it Ego?
I think it's
Yeah,
equal.
Ego the Living Planet. That
What a
one's going to be
fitting.
interesting.
He just came out of nowhere, and then he was like, "I'm your daddy."
And you're
Oh
like,
jeez.
and then you're
Like
like,
that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
and then you're like, I bet.
But like, it really, it does is are they gonna have to fight him, fight Ego?
I'm gonna say probably.
Because
Probably, yeah,
Peter
but I don't think it's gonna happen until like later on.
because Peter Quill was shown to have powers, right? So unless he's in this universe a failed son, so you know what I mean? Like he's not somebody who can get it. Also, Ego said he couldn't travel to Earth. He couldn't go back, right? So how the hell?
I mean, technically he could. He just chooses not to.
What a dick! Horrible father.
Oh yeah, like all he does is basically impregnates a girl and then dips. Kind of like all
Mm.
failed relationships. Oof.
Oof.
I went a
Oof.
little dark there. I'm sorry.
My goodness.
Oh boy.
See, what if is going to be good? I don't know. It's going to be a really good overall show. Just apparently, there's going to be characters that we're possibly going to see in the MCU. So MCM. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I am honestly ecstatic about this whole thing. I can't wait to see how these films are going to turn out. I have full faith in Marvel Studios ever since the beginning. And I truly hope that this path continues in the right direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so
And,
too.
and on that note, it is 4 o'clock. I think we have a decent amount of time. Actually, no, we got like it's almost quarter to us. Yeah, like we have about like almost 45 minutes of recording. Um, we can squeeze in one more thing, or we can just wrap it up here.
Hmm.
I was
Did you guys see that it's not confirmed. The director did not confirm or deny this. But in the premiere episode of Loki, some fans think they spotted Agent Carter, or at least a variant of Agent Carter, and some people think that that's Captain Carter
Oh yeah,
from What
in
If.
in the show. Oh, from in the show
Yeah,
though. Yeah.
in the premiere episode of Loki, when he's being walked through in the TVA, some people think they saw Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
So those people think that that could be Captain Carter, and her timeline was pruned.
Possible.
Yeah, like I think
Very possible.
I think everything that happened in Loki and everything that happened in What If is canon because they take place chronologically right after. So everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing
So it
about those
means
Marvel shows is not considered canon. Before it used to be not considered canon with all the Marvel Netflix properties and all that. But now it is.
yeah,
But now it's considered that everything is canon. Everything is all one universe. Everything is now going to get fixed.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's going to be interesting. Very interesting.
indeed.
We're
So
gonna see a
basically,
lot.
the multiverse essentially existed way before Sylvie killed Kang. It just opened up when she killed Kang.
Oh yeah, like it's
Essentially.
always been there.
Yeah, just under control, basically.
It's funny. Sylvie said the universe is desperate to break free, right? And now it broke free. But to me, based on the trailers and the other things that I see, it's almost like the universe needs to be under control because otherwise chaos will always ensue. There's always going to be a multiversal war. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just it's something that
But
needs to be there.
the version of Kang that Sylvie killed was the one that was good. He was the one that saw, yeah, this needs to be under control. And he had
Yeah.
it under control. He did. He wasn't looking to um cause chaos. He was looking to just control it, just keep it
Yes,
under wraps,
Sylvie.
basically.
Yeah,
But
Sylvie.
Sylvie was angry and, mighty pissed off, so she killed him.
Hmm.
So that's why
You,
he was like, "See you soon."
you messed
Because
everything up. Good job, Sylvie.
now my variants are gonna come and they're not like me.
They're going to they're going to hurt everybody. I was
Yep,
oh jeez.
I warned you.
Finger guns out the door. Well, see you later.
All
Yeet.
right.
Now you effed up. Now you
Oh,
effed up.
It
bruh.
was at this moment she knew.
She
She
effed up.
fogged up.
It's like that F this shit, I'm out. Mm-mm.
No thanks.
Don't mind me.
I'm just gonna buy my stuff and leave.
It's literally the vibe of what I get with Kang.
Bet.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm very excited to see where they go. This is all new stuff. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Those that are listening to the podcast, like, put in your theories. Like in the future, like this is not how we all watched the MCU when we were like in high school, even younger than that, right? Like 2005,
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah, like I first watched Iron Man, let's see, like 13 years ago. I watched Iron Man like ever since I was 11.
Yeah. So like it's
So,
been in our lives since we were little, and then we saw this whole MCU had theories. We were thinking like what's gonna happen next. Like we had it all like thinking about it. Now with this whole multiverse, it changed that. It changed that completely. So like you guys in the comments, you guys listening, like put your theories on the plate because this is all free game now. So let's see where this goes. I'm excited.
yep. Yep, so
Anything
much
can
potential
happen.
here. So much potential here.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But I do
And I
think that the
think
villains. Oh, hold on. But I do think the villains that they casted though, um, all of them are a part of the Sinister Six. Like it's literally the multiverse Sinister Six.
Which
yeah.
is crazy to think that.
When I think of that though, you have um obviously some of the most biggest, baddest villains. But I did hear that Green Goblin is going to be the big bad of the movie, but everything else is just going to be subsidiaries. My one concern though is that every single Marvel movie that's happened, when there's more than one villain, it bombs.
Yep.
See,
Now
yeah,
when you like, apparently Sony didn't learn their lesson from the first time. So the first time when with Spider-Man 3, they had two villains. Didn't work.
Three. Three.
Oh,
They had
technically
three
three,
villains.
right? Yeah, yeah. Harry, but I don't really count him as a villain anymore.
Yeah.
Three villains. Spider-Man 2, two villains. Actually, technically three, but the one showed up in the last 5 minutes of the film. Then this film's gonna have six. Hello, that's
yeah.
a problem.
It's going to be 6 villains, each with 1/6 of the competency of one villain each.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
goodness.
'Cause that's the problem with the other movies, that there's 3 villains, each with like 1/3 of competency of one villain.
Oh God.
That's going to be, oh jeez, that's going to be a huge mess to juggle.
Yeah.
I really.
Sorry,
Yes.
go.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I really hope that that Marvel, and and Sony can make this movie one of the, like, a really really good movie to just behold, man. Like, it's no joke. It's like doing it's a service to the fan base, So
Definitely
if
a
you
huge
can
service.
if you can do a good job for all of us, then you're going to make one of the best movies out there. Honestly, I thought about this and I was like thinking, for like executive producers, they should have the Russo brothers, because they know how to put together multiple characters. But I don't know. We'll see.
I trust them.
I trust them too. You hear that, Disney? Don't screw it up.
Please. This is
Please
going to be
don't.
one of the biggest movie of the year. Don't. Whatever you do, do not F this up, okay?
Please, Disney.
Woody, please.
Anyways, I think that's good for what we have for today. Lots of tea spilled, especially from the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. A little bit of insights of what if Eternals, Loki, and the Marvel shows tying into the multiverse concept. I'm definitely excited of what's going to happen next. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. I'm Josh.
I'm Jose.
I'm Nathan.
And we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!
See ya.
See ya.